Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English Flow. I am Mohin, and today I want to tell you a story, a true kind of story. A story about nerves, about courage, about that feeling when you walk into a new place and you don't know what happens next. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe on your first day at a new job? Well, today, my good friend Emma and we're going to talk about exactly that. And by the end of this video, you will hear real English, real conversations, real emotions, the kind of English that people actually speak. So, if you want to learn how to talk about your feelings, how to introduce yourself at work, and how to survive your first day, stay with us. Let's begin. Hey Emma, how's your morning going?
Oh, pretty good. I was just thinking about something actually. I was remembering my first day at my current job, and I was thinking about how nervous I was, like really nervous.
No way. Tell me about that. What happened? How long ago was this?
Oh gosh, it was about 2 years ago now, but I still remember it so clearly. I remember waking up that morning and I didn't want to get out of bed. I was like, do I really have to do this?
That's so real. I think everyone feels that way. But Emma, you seem so confident now. So what changed? How did you go from being scared to being, well, you now?
That's a really good question. I think I learned something important that day, and I think a lot of people need to hear it.
Okay, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about the first day at a new job. Because honestly, this is something that scares many people. Many English learners ask me about this. They say, Mohin, I got a new job, but I am afraid. What if people don't like me? What if I say something wrong?
Exactly. And that's so normal. Everyone feels that way. It doesn't matter if you're learning English or if English is your first language. That feeling it's human.
Listen, everyone. Here's what I want you to know. You are stronger than you think, and your first day, it's going to be better than you imagine. Trust me.
And honestly, most people at work are nice. They remember their first day too. They know how you feel.
Okay, Emma, I want you to take us back. Let's go back to that morning. You're waking up, you're nervous. Tell me, what was the job?
So I got a job at a marketing company. Not huge, maybe about 40 people in the office. And the position was I was going to be a content writer. So I would write posts, emails, social media stuff, things like that.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. So you're working with words, with communication.
Right, which is funny because on my first day, I could barely communicate with anyone. I was so in my head. I remember I got up at 6 in the morning, even though I didn't need to be there until 9. I was like just pacing in my house. I took a shower, I changed my clothes like 3 times.
3 times? Why? What was wrong with the first outfit?
I don't know. I wanted to look professional. I wanted people to take me seriously. I wanted to look like I knew what I was doing. But inside I was falling apart a little bit. Smiles.
But on the outside, you looked good.
On the outside, I looked perfect. Black pants, a blue blouse, nice shoes, very professional, very calm. But my heart was beating so fast.
Understanding. And then you went inside.
Yes. So I got there at 8:45. I was early because I didn't want to be late. And I sat in my car for 5 minutes, just sitting, thinking about what was about to happen. And I remember I called my mom.
You called your mom?
I know. I was like, Mom, I'm scared. What if they don't like me? And my mom said something so simple. She said, Emma, they hired you. That means they already like you. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's true.
That's beautiful advice.
It really is. It changed my whole mindset in that moment. I stopped thinking about what could go wrong, and I started thinking about why they chose me in the first place.
So you went inside?
I went inside, and the first person I saw was the receptionist. Her name was Diane, and she smiled at me. She was like, "Are you the new content writer?" And I was like, "Yes, that's me." And she said, "Great, we're so excited to have you. Let me walk you to your desk."
That's nice.
It really was, and she was so kind. She introduced me to people as we walked. There was Mark from the sales team and Jessica from graphic design, and they all said hello. They all seemed happy to see me. No one was mean. No one looked annoyed that I was there.
That must have helped your nerves.
It did. It really did. So we got to my desk, and it was small, but nice. And there was a plant on it, a real plant. Someone had put a plant on my desk.
That's such a nice touch.
I know. And there was a welcome card. The whole team had signed it. They had written things like, "Welcome to the team," and "So happy you're here." And I remember I almost cried, like happy tears, because I realized these people actually wanted me to be there.
Wow, that changes everything, doesn't it?
Everything. And then my boss, David, he came over and we sat down in his office, and he was so nice. He explained the job, he explained the culture, he told me stories about the company, and he said, "Emma, I know your first day is scary, but I promise you, by next week, you'll feel like you've been here for months."
And was he right?
He was so right. By lunchtime, I was eating with my team. We went to this little cafe across the street, and I was laughing, like real laughing. Not nervous laughing, real laughing.
What were you laughing about?
Oh, Jessica from graphic design was telling us about this funny project that went wrong last month, and Mark was making jokes, and everyone was being so warm and welcoming. And I remember thinking, I was worried for nothing.
But that's the thing, right? Everyone worries. That's normal. But often the worry is worse than the actual thing.
So much worse. And you know what the funny thing is? At the end of my first day, when I was packing up my desk, David came over and he asked me, "How was your day?" And I said, "Honestly, it was so much better than I thought." And he said, "I could tell. I watched you. You started nervous, but then you relaxed. You smiled. You asked good questions. You're going to do great here."
And did you?
I think so. I've been there 2 years now. I love my job. I love my team. And sometimes when a new person starts, I try to make it like that for them. I remember how I felt that day, and I want them to feel welcome too.
Emma, this is beautiful. But let me ask you something. For the people watching right now, many of them are learning English. Many of them are about to start a new job, or they're worried about starting a new job. What advice would you give them? Practical advice about the language, about what to say.
Okay, so first, don't be afraid to ask questions. People think, "Oh, I should know this already." But you don't. It's your first day. People expect you to ask questions.
That's good. Can you give an example?
Sure. So on my first day, I didn't know where to put my coat. And I asked Jessica, "Where do people usually put their coats?" And she showed me. And then she started talking about how everyone always loses things in that coat area. It was a small thing, but it started a conversation.
So asking questions is not bad. It's actually good.
It's very good. And the second thing is remember people's names. This is so important. When someone introduces themselves, listen carefully. Maybe say their name back, like, "Nice to meet you, Jessica." People love that. They love when you remember their name.
That's smart. What else?
Smile. This sounds simple, but it's so important. When you're nervous, your face gets tight. But if you smile, even a small smile, people respond to that. They feel your warmth.
Nodding. And what about making mistakes? What if you say something wrong in English?
Oh, I said plenty of things wrong. And you know what? Nobody cared. One time I mixed up some words and said something that didn't make sense, and Mark just smiled and helped me say it the right way. He wasn't mean about it. He was helpful, and I learned.
So mistakes are okay?
Mistakes are more than okay. Mistakes mean you're trying, and trying means you're brave, and people respect that.
Did you hear that? Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are brave. Write that down.
And here's one more thing. If you don't understand something, it's okay to say, "Can you say that again, please?" People will say it again. They'll say it slower. And that's fine. No one will judge you for that.
That's really helpful. So be kind to yourself on your first day. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Be kind to yourself. You're learning. You're brave. You're in a new situation. So be gentle with yourself. And remember, everyone else is rooting for you. They want you to succeed.
You know, Emma, I have a question. That feeling you had in your car, that nervous feeling, did it go away completely, or do you still get that feeling sometimes?
You know what? I still get it, honestly. Maybe not as bad, but I still feel nervous sometimes, Like, I just started a new project at work, and it's something I've never done before. And yesterday I was a little nervous about it.
Really?
Yes, but now I know that nervousness is okay. It means it's important to me. It means I care about doing a good job. So I don't fight it anymore. I just acknowledge it. I say, okay, I'm nervous. That's normal. I can do this.
That's very mature. That's growth.
Thank you. And honestly, I think that's the real lesson from my first day. It wasn't that I wasn't nervous anymore. It was that I realized being nervous doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something is new. And new things are good. New things are opportunities.
I really like that. That's beautiful, Emma. Okay, so let's talk about what we learned today. Emma shared something really important with us. She told us about her first day at a new job. And what did we learn? First, starting a new job is scary for everyone, even people who seem confident, even people who speak English perfectly. Everyone is nervous on their first day. Second, people want you to succeed. Your boss, your team members, even the receptionist, they want you to do well. They remember their first days too. Third, making mistakes is normal. It's part of learning, and kind people will help you. They won't judge you. And fourth, this is the most important one, being nervous doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something is new, and new is good. New is a chance to grow.
And if you're learning English while also starting a new job, that's even more brave. That's double brave. So be proud of yourself.
Very true. You're not just starting a job. You're starting a job in a language that's not your first language. That takes courage. Okay, so for people watching, if you're about to start a new job, here's what you should do. 1. Prepare, but don't over-prepare. Get a good sleep, pick your clothes the night before, don't change them 3 times. 2. Arrive early. Even if it makes you nervous, arriving early helps you feel calmer. 3. Listen more than you talk, at least on the first day. Listen to the names, the culture, the way people speak. 4. Ask questions. It's expected. It's good. 5. Be kind to yourself. You're brave. You're doing something hard.
And 6, smile. It makes everything better.
Yes, smile. Everything is better with a smile. Okay, friends. If this video helped you, if you liked this story, please like this video. Comment below. Tell us about your first day at a job. Tell us about your experience. I read every comment. Emma reads every comment. We want to hear your stories. And please, subscribe to Speak English Flow. We make videos like this every week. Videos about real English, real conversations, real people talking about real things. So if you want to learn English the way people actually speak it, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any new videos.
Yeah, join our community. We're all learning together. No one is alone in this.
Well, Emma, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. This was beautiful.
Thank you for having me, Mohin. I really enjoyed this conversation.
And thank you, friends, for watching. Remember, you are stronger than you think. Your first day will be better than you imagine. Trust yourself, be kind to yourself, and smile.
Thank you for watching Speak English Flow.
We'll see you next time. Goodbye.